Rushing to get ready for work and trying to attend to household responsibilities and family needs all at the same time can make things difficult when it comes to also prioritizing your morning nutrition. This is why today I'll be sharing with you one of the best, easiest, healthiest and fastest high-protein meals you can have at the beginning of the day. And if you're willing to set aside 30 minutes on a Monday morning, I'll show you how to have the rest of your breakfasts until Friday ready to consume just by warming them up for a minute in the microwave. So here's what you're going to need if you want to make one portion and see what you think about it. Ingredient number one are 3 whole eggs. You can also combine egg whites and whole eggs, more on this soon. Ingredient number 2 is 100 grams of cottage cheese. And ingredient number 3 is a handful of veggies, my favorite options here being spinach, kale, or cherry tomatoes. Cooking guidelines. Alright, so to get started, we want to whisk 3 whole eggs with 100 grams of cottage cheese in a bowl. If you want less calories and less fats, you can obviously use low-fat cottage cheese. And instead of 3 whole eggs, you can mix 1 whole egg with enough egg whites so that your mix is 150 grams in total per portion. Personally, I think that whole eggs are a superfood and not something to be worried over, especially if you're healthy and active, but that's a topic for a different video. Finally, you want to prep your veggies. Sometimes I like to serve this omelette with some cherry tomatoes on the side. Other times I like to combine it with some kale or spinach. If you're using kale or spinach, you can also saute these for about half a minute, until they are soft enough. After that, you want to throw the rest of the mix in the pan. Ideally, you want to use a lid, that way you don't have to flip the omelette and make a mess. So it doesn't take more than, I would say, 3 to 4 minutes to cook this. Once the mixture is not jiggling anymore, you can turn off the heat, leave it for another minute or so, depending on how soft you prefer your omelette, and you're done. So this is how you cook one serving. What I like to do is set aside 30 minutes on a Monday morning and cook 5 of these portions so I can have my breakfast covered until Friday. To do this, I mix all the eggs and cottage cheese in a big blender. Personally, I like to do a little bit of bigger portions, something like 4 to 5 eggs and 130 to 180 grams of cottage cheese. This means that I'll be blending 20 to 25 eggs and 650 to about 800 grams of cottage cheese. Once I'm done, I start my Monday with one of those portions and the rest I store in Tupperware in the fridge. The rest of my mornings, I just need 1 minute to warm up my breakfast in the microwave and I'm done. As I said in our previous video, once you find 1 or 2 options for every meal of the day, you can set it and forget it. It's literally one decision that can eliminate 1,000 for the rest of the year. So that was all for today. I've been eating this 3-ingredient omelette after my morning workouts for the last 5 years now, so I hope you like it. It's also one of my top recommendations in our Busy Dad coaching program, which you can learn more about by clicking on the link below. If you have any questions, leave them below as well. And until next time, keep on training.